What's cracking, people? Announcer here, and welcome back to the Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. In the last one, we started our little tale with the prince by invading the Maharaja's palace in search of treasure, and it looks like it looks like, and we were led here, or as the prince told us, his father made a detour to this place, a what would later prove to be a bad call, as he says, from, I believe, the Vizier. And no, I don't think it's any coincidence that the Vizier looks a lot like Jafar from Aladdin. Now, now you had man, I cannot speak, can I? Now we're going to pick up and run across the wall. Now, something to note down here, if you did mess that up, you would have fallen into a pit down there with some water. You can use that to heal up, but it would introduce you to a new mechanic that if the prince gets too wet, he cannot run up walls. You have to wait to dry out before you can run along walls again. Now, what we're going to do there. Run along wall and jump. Okay, now we're going to mix it up. We had our long jump, we had our running along walls, we had our jumping to and from pillars. Now we have to run along walls and jump. Be careful now. If you let yourself run out a wall to run, you can miss your chance to jump. So keep that in mind. Now you're probably going to end up using the wall run feature more often than the long jump feature. Just gonna give you that heads up right now. It's just easier to do, and you get a little bit more, just not too much. Now we're going to channel our inner Ninja Gaiden and do that. Oh, my bad. I thought something else was going to happen. You could have ended that wall run sooner than the flying swallow, I guess.
And there it lay, just out of reach, the dagger of time. There was a treasure I could carry with pride as a trophy of our victory. If I could only get there.
But now we have to get to the dagger of time. Let's keep running along walls, and there's a giant hourglass down there. Okay. And it's just out of reach, so we can't really grab it. A nice glow. Now what do we do? Can I go up this wall here? Yes, I can. Along this wall here. Fall down. Alright, there we go. Oh, this is a nice glow and stuff. I wonder why they just hid inside this dark room. No natural light, no nothing. It's just the light of the dagger and of that hourglass down there. Avoid spiky poles. You don't gotta tell me. Now, there's another thing about Prince of Persia that really does add to its atmosphere. Its sense of traps and danger. It makes you feel like, oh, right, my bad. It makes you feel like you're kind of in an Indiana Jones story. It feels like your classic adventure. There's just enough mysticism here that. Let's see here. Let me see. Okay, now, so there's no point in running along the walls. We have a way to drop down the ledge. Let's go ahead and just drop down. It's a bit of a leak here. What do we got here? I've never noticed these before. I can only imagine this is a depiction of Indian mythology, not Native American, actual Indians from India. I want to say Hindu, but that might be wrong, so I'm just going to say Indian, just to be on the safe side, because we are in India right now, getting the Sands of Time. Yeah, this is the goddess Shiva, so it's got to be Hindu mythology. Now, this brings up a problem here. We need to get up this ledge, right? But as I mentioned earlier, if the prince's legs are too wet, he can't get up the wall. So Gotta get it back up here. Wait for him to dry off. And then, it doesn't take long for him to dry off, luckily. And just run across the wall. Gotta really hold it there. Along this ledge. Now, use the thumbstick, opposite direction, and then jump. Ooh, you're looking easy for me, are you? Run along this wall again. And jump along the ledge. And there we go. You gotta love the movement mechanics. Alright then. Now, your first instinct may be to jump across. Don't do this. It is a deceptively long way. What you want to do, you want to drop down. Move to the side. Okay, just wanted to drop all the way down then. Careful not to fall. Then we're gonna hop up. Yeah, they're not gonna make it easy on you. You're gonna like you feel like, okay, this is gonna be this whole thing right here. All I gotta do is do this, this, and this. Like, no, it's gonna be one heck of a thing. But once again, it makes you wonder. Now, this might be from the seed from the prince's father's army, but I feel as though this place has been in decline for a long time, and it just like they're just now getting around to like, okay, how does anyone get here? There's the dagger. Okay, so we go here, jump, and jump. Yeah, it's just like this long column of stuff. I'm just like, how? And then jump here, and then you want to slide down. Now we can hit B to drop off, and there we go. I believe you can drop off from any of these, well, not any of these, but I think from these two pillars specifically, but this is the only one that you can drop off from that you won't take damage from. So yeah, it seems right here there was a staircase that you could have taken to get up to here, but it's been destroyed, and this is deep within the palace, so I don't think we did any damage to it. And in case you did take damage from any kind of drop, you can restore your health at these fountains. And they did it decoratively. It's not just in one spot. It's like, okay, this is very clearly you're going to heal up here. No, they did it in a pretty symmetrical way to make it look nice. Okay, this is very much gaming. Going up here, and then go up here, and then oh my bad. Now we do the wall jump. See if I can get it right. Okay. Okay, so with this, you really is not a walls and press A to jump from wall to wall. Okay. There is a rhythm to this. And you want to be careful about it. Now let's go claim our prize.
I had what I came for. It was time to get out. Now.
So now we have the Dagger of Time, which allows us to, as you saw, rewind events to give us precognition. And this isn't just relegated to, what's it for? It isn't just relegated to, not to take any damage there. This is not relegated to just puzzles. You can use it in combat too. Let's say you're on your last bit of health. If you're smart about it, you can use the sands of time to make that last bit of health last you by taking advantage of the time frame to restore whatever hit you took.
Oh.
Father, I have brought us honor and glory.
Your Majesty, you promised me my choice of the Maharaja's treasures. That dagger.
Surely you won't deny the lad a souvenir of his first battle. You may have your choice of all the Maharaja's other treasures. Except that hourglass. That will make a fine gift for the Sultan of Azad when we pass through his city. And some exotic animals for his menagerie. And a few dozen slave girls. Yes, that should be enough. I want no animals or maidens harmed until I have chosen. Let it be known, King Shahraman is merciful in victory.
Trust not a man who has betrayed his master, nor take him into your own service, lest he betray you too. I learned the truth of this to my sorrow, the day that we arrived in Azad as the Sultan's honored guests.
My friend.
My friend, your visit brings joy and honor to my poor and humble dwelling. If only you'd given me time to prepare a proper welcome.
The glories of Azad are famed throughout the world. And yet, the best is yet to come. I give you the Sands of Time. May the friendship between our kingdoms endure as long as time itself.
The sand, why does it glow?
I can tell you. Inside the hourglass is a marvel that no living man has seen. Alas, only the dagger can unlock the sands of time, and it belongs to a...
So, this is a Nazi from the future here, just interjecting a little bit. I usually don't talk during the cutscenes because I like to let the story play out, but no matter how I tried to edit this particular scene, it kept getting... I kept having issues with the audio, basically. And rather than go through the process of trying to dispute the claim because it's just too much trouble, I'm just going to go ahead and just interject in here just a little bit. I'm going to try not to be too loud so you can still at least hear what's going on. But for those of you who can hear, basically the King of Azad was wondering why the sands were glowing. The Vizier pretty much said that it glowed because of a mystical something or other. He doesn't give exact reasons, but the bottom line is that he just wanted the prince to open the sands with the dagger so he could then bargain to get the dagger of time in his hands. There we go. Now this is how you restore... Oh, I didn't hit that by mistake. So yeah, we're fighting zombies, but not just any kind of zombies. Zombies powered by the sands of time. As a result, you have the ability to essentially...
Each time I struck them down, they rose to fight again. I soon realized that only by taking into my own dagger the sands that possess them could I liberate them from...
So as the prince said right there, you cannot just fight them. You have to absorb the sands. It's not like cutting their heads off. You have to, well, absorb them. Otherwise, you will never be free of them. Now, if you hold the left trigger down, you can restart time. You can restart time if you take a hit that you didn't want to take. And as you can tell right down the side, we have a couple there. A couple of slots we can use. We also have this bar that's filling up on the side as a result every time we absorb one of them, so that we're not what's the word? That we're not wasting the sand charges. Now be warned, that every time you see right there I got attacked. So let's go ahead and restart for a little bit here. Just enough time to record the hit. Nope, I can't. As a matter of fact, I couldn't record the hit. I actually rewound back into another hit. You have a couple ways to retrieve sands. The trick you want to try to do. Okay, he's recharging, so I couldn't do anything about it. But the trick you want to try to do is absorb them during an attack. We had a vision. What? I don't know. So let's go ahead and save again. This is another way we can save. The Maharaja's treasure vaults. Only 12 minutes in, not bad. Got multiple saves we can always pull from.
Done. I'll start the story from here next time.
But as you can see,
You think me mad. I can see it by the look in your eyes. You think my story is impossible. Perhaps I am mad. Who would not be driven mad by horrors such as I have lived? But I assure you, every word is true.
and like that, we got our health back. You can also heal in the middle of a fight. Like you don't I believe if you put your weapons up and go to a body of water while you're in a fight, you can heal during a fight, but it is risky to do. But yeah, there's another way you can save. You can walk into these vision portals. You can repeat the vision, or you can save.
As
So we're continue about saying. So it's not that big a deal, but it does help. So you have two ways of saving. The prince will either interrupt the story to ask if he wants to save right now, or you have these vision portals that you can save from at any point in time. Let's go over here. We saw that woman tried to stop us earlier. We can't do much with this. Alright. Well, we can go with this other gate over here. Right? Nope, not so much. Okay, so then, the only thing we can do now is go. Well, since the prince has parkour abilities, might as well make use of those. Room to use. Ah, there's a crack in the wall right there. Overthinking it again. Little plumes of sand.
Wait! Come back!
I guess we have to make our way around. But before we do that, let's see here. Each remote consumes one sand tank. Each retrieve fills up one sand tank. Oh, nope, my bad. drop down too far. So just like that, we're gonna go ahead and rewind there.
The miracle I had experienced by accident in the Maharaja's treasure room, I now discovered that I could trigger at will. By pressing a switch on the dagger's handle, I could turn back time.
Yeah, and that's the explanation. He doesn't just say if by pulling this trigger. No, he says by pressing a switch on the on the by pressing a switch on the dagger, he could turn back time. Oh no 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 no! That's not how you do it. Let's see here. Where can we go? Well, there's only one thing we can do. One thing for it. Nope, nope, nope. That's not it. I might be overthinking this, but nope. That works. We've already used two, but yeah, as you can see, you have a pretty far where you can go where you rewind. And I do wonder how they managed to pull this effect off. And I do wonder how they managed to pull this effect off. So, well, good, because you have to essentially rewind what you played, and it rewinds it to a T. I think. Okay, that was a glitch, but what a. Hmm. Yeah, because I can't drop down. It's just too far of a drop to go for. And I think. Nope, that didn't work. Yeah, no, you want to hold the rewind down as long as you can, just to make certain that you are beyond the input that got you killed. Well, I can hop over here, and there's something below me. That's about all I got. That's all I got? Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Can I drop down? Yes, I can. Okay. I think I can drop down one more time, right? Yes, I can.
The guest rooms, where my father, all our entourage, and I should have passed the night, lay cold and silent. The sands of time had swept through, stealing life and warmth from everything they touched. And I, who unleashed the cataclysm, had been spared. Were there others like me, who yet clung to life, hiding in fear among the ruins? It did not seem so.
Retrieving 8 sand clouds will give the dagger a new sand tank. So, basically, as you can see, we refilled our entire supply of sand. I always remember that this, yeah, anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. You find those clouds of sand, just stick your dagger into it, and you will refill all of your sand tanks, but you will also see another sand tank, start to form underneath it. So, keep your eye out for that. Hold the right trigger to swing, and then press A to release. Now, I believe that the prince will automatically swing to where he needs to. It's not like Jack and Daxter, where you kind of get a little bit more control over where your swings go, but hey, it's something to keep in mind. But yeah, no, I always forget that this particular puzzle, it's not even a puzzle, it's just movement, is getting to the initial area is like dropping down there is a lot easier than it seems. You just overthink it. I just jump over the side and drop down. That's it. Can I go up here? Yes, I can. So always keep your eye out for where you can go to because you might miss a sand cloud somewhere. You can always keep your ear up where you can kind of hear the hum. But if you feel like you can go somewhere, go there. There we go. We got two. Two down, 6 more to go. Oh, did I just point out how the prince was putting away the dagger and his opening animations like he had it, but he didn't? It's just really weird to see that.
Stop!
Okay. Oh, can't
Had I
go
really
that.
seen her? Or had my senses given way under the burden of horrors too great to bear, and conjured up a phantom? Either way, I could not rest until I had found her again.
Kind of stalker of your prince. Okay. Now be careful about this because if you go on a swinging spree there, you might find yourself flying off the end there. Hell, so that's where she was. She jumped over there. And I believe that's where else? Where is this? Where does this go? Another guest room, and if you recall from our vision, that hole seems very familiar. Yes, what Prince of Persia will do, and I'm still kind of iffy on it personally in terms of like the implementation because oh, that was dumb. That was dumb. And no, I don't mind using it because we're about to get some more anyway. Because as you saw, there were enemies down there. But yeah, I'm still gonna turn it. There's a fountain right there. Could have avoided it, but whatever. But yeah, as you can tell, there's something I am a little bit iffy on it. Every time you go into one of those sand save points, one of those sand cloud save points, you will get a vision of what is to come, of the trials that await you. Kind of iffy on it myself, but hey, what are you gonna do? You don't need to do any crazy stuff. Just gotta drop down. By the way, you cannot dodge if you're oh, by the way, yes, you can block in more direction. You can uh dodge into different directions. But you can dodge in different directions. Not dodge in different, but yeah, you can dodge in different directions and do your bolting attack in different directions. Is all part of multi-directional gameplay. If you want to make use of that. And also, yeah, as you attack them, there will be battle scars on them from your attacks. So, just something to keep in mind. And every time you get to the end of an area where your vision ends, that's when another save cloud comes up. So it is something to keep in mind going forward if you're wondering when your next save is. When you see where your vision ends, that's when your next save comes. Okay, so let's get the timing just right. Okay, messed it up a little bit, but let's go ahead and do this again. I'll admit I am being a little bit too liberal with the sand, so let's be a little bit more careful. I'll admit I am a little bit out of practice, so you do want to try to get the timing just right. The timing just right with the wall jump mechanics. I think the moment you hit the wall, you want to hit A. You can't just mash it. So you do gotta get the timing just right if you want to continue on. Actually, before we go, did I miss the sands? I don't think I did, because I dropped down over there. I didn't see anyone, so... Hello there? Yeah, I don't think I dropped, I don't think I missed one. I could have sworn I heard some. Well, it's too late now. But yeah, I don't think I missed one. I think you only get 2 in this area. And just like that, we're gonna go into our save. What does the next chapter of our lives bring? Huh, so we saw a new enemy and a new technique we could use. Well, whatever the case may be, we're going to call the part here for today. I've been Anansi, you've been awesome, and I'll catch you next time when we continue our tale with the Prince of Persia and the Sands of Time.
Done. I'll start the story from here next time. Whence came these visions that assaulted me thus like fever dreams? Each time I awoke feeling drained and beaten, and each time what I had seen came to pass, as if the sands of time were giving me a glimpse into my own future.